Howdy, folks. Hope you're doing well today. This morning we're getting back into some more Mass Effect Legendary Edition. We just, well, on the first stream, of course, we started the game, and then we completed the mission for Eden Prime. Of course, Ashley got hit by the beacon. Shepard had to save her. The beacon explodes. Shepard, he's out for 20 hours, wakes up, describes the scene of synthetics basically just slaughtering organics, right? And so then we had to go to the Citadel to prove that Saren was a traitor to the Council, and that he was the one who actually killed Nihilus. And we were able to find that the evidence that we were looking for with a Quarian named Tali. So that's where we're at. Shepard, becomes a Spectre, and we're off to the races at this point. So let's get back into it. So next we need to head back to C-Sec. We're heading to C-Sec here. Oh my goodness. Okay. Is this? I think it's in the wards. Yeah, here we go. C-Sec. So this is basically Citadel security. Whoa, we have a really fun interaction right here. Hey, what's up, Rex?
You, human. You the one they call Shepard?
Moi. You want to talk to moi? Yes, I'm
That's
Shepard.
me, Commander Shepard.
The name's Rex. The Shadow Broker paid me a lot of money to get rid of Fist. Only you got there first.
Glad I could help.
Sounds like I did your job for you.
When I get paid to do a job, I finish it. Alone.
I don't like where this is going.
But I didn't finish this job, Shepard. You did. So the payment is yours.
Really?
You're going to pay me for getting rid of Fist?
I won't take credit for someone else's work. I transferred the payment into your account. I like the way you handled Fist. Now I hear you're going after Saren. I was thinking I should come along.
Why do you want to join me?
You're a bounty hunter. What do you get out of going after Saren?
I'm not in this for the money. I want
Morning,
to be where
Kane.
the
Welcome in, bud.
action is. There's a storm coming, and you and Saren are right in the middle of it.
Why me? Saren's already got a lot of Krogan working for him.
Those aren't Krogan. They're servants. They grovel at Saren's feet to lick his boots, trading their freedom for promises of wealth and power. My people were a proud species once. Some of us still remember that. I won't bow down to Saren like the others.
Alright, you made your case. Consistent boops for you, my friend, by the way, Kane.
We'll take you with us, Rex.
Smart move, Shepard.
Okay, and we get Urdnot Rex. I love this guy. Honestly, I love him. But I'm not actually going to run him in my party. At least not regularly. I might occasionally bring him in. We're going to go with Garrus and Caden. Just because they balance the team. And if we head over here... I like Rex. Yeah, Rex is a homie for sure.
One sec.
Okay.
Bring you up.
I thought I pressed A.
Commander Shepard, here with the Alliance military. First time on the Citadel, that about right?
Yes, sir, it is.
How did you know all that?
I'm the C-Sec requisitions officer. I need to make sure our buyers are authorized. So, will you be purchasing anything today, Commander Shepard?
I don't think there's anything in particular
Show me
that we
what
can
you've
really
got.
afford just now.
Sounds
Because it's
good.
like right at the beginning of the
Let me set
game.
you up. Oh, this must be a mistake. System's telling me to offer you our select stock. Spectre? Well, I heard about that, but I didn't realize it was you. Sorry, Commander.
Yeah, no problem.
Just show me what you've got.
I'll open the rare stocks for you, Commander.
Guns. Lots of guns. And they have that. They definitely have that. I wish this thing would scroll faster. Oh yeah, but the only thing that we want to grab for now is the Aldrin Labs license. We could grab that upgrade. Yeah, we can afford that. I hardly ever use grenades though in most playthroughs. Ooh, a new biotic amp. What's that? Oh, good lord, 2850. We don't have the money for it yet. We're not balling yet. So it's just going to be the license for now, unfortunately. Keeper scan. We'll take that. And then I believe we need to head this way to get back to the Normandy. Is this the dock? No, this is going to lead us back to the Presidium. That's not where we're going. This is the one that we need. I always get turned around on that. I don't know why.
Well, Garrus, any regrets about leaving Citadel security?
Fighting a rogue Spectre with countless lives at stake and no regulations to get in the way? I'd say that beats CSEC.
Well, we don't lack for excitement, that's for sure.
Also, yeah, in the old one, that was basically a loading screen. Hello.
I've got big news for you, Shepard. Captain Anderson is stepping down as commanding officer of the Normandy. The ship is yours now.
She's quick and quiet, and you know the crew. Perfect ship for a Spectre. Treat her well, Commander.
You bet.
I'll take good care of her, sir.
I know you will, Commander.
Why are you doing this?
I want the truth. Why are you stepping down, sir?
You needed your own ship. A Spectre can't answer to anyone but the Council. And it's time for me to step down.
There's more to this.
Come clean with me, Captain. You owe me that much.
I was in your shoes 20 years ago, Shepard. They were considering me for the Spectres.
This one's gonna sting a little bit, but I gotta go with you should have told me.
Why didn't you ever mention this?
What was I supposed to say? I could have been a Spectre, but I blew it? I failed, Commander. It's not something I'm proud of. Ask me later and I'll tell you the whole story. For now, all you need to know is, I was sent on a mission with Saren, and he made sure the Council rejected me. I had my shot. It came and went. Now you have a chance to make up for my mistakes.
You can count on me.
I won't let you down, sir.
Saren's gone. Don't even try to find him. But we know what he's after. The conduit. He's got us Geth scouring the Traverse looking for clues.
We had reports of Geth in the Pharos system shortly before our colony there dropped out of contact, and there have been sightings around Noveria.
Find out what Saren was after on Pharos and Noveria. Maybe you can figure out where the conduit is before he does.
And the Reapers?
The Reapers are the real threat.
I'm with the Council on this one, Shepard. I'm not sure they even exist.
But if they do exist, the conduit's the key to bringing them back. Stop Saren from getting the conduit, and we stop the Reapers from returning.
I'll get it done.
I'll stop him.
We have one more lead. Matriarch Benezia, the other voice in that recording. She has a daughter, a scientist who specializes in the Protheans. We don't know if she's involved, but it might be a good idea to try and find her. See what she knows. Her name's Liara, Dr. Liara Tassoni. We have reports she was exploring an archaeological dig on one of the uncharted worlds in the Artemis Tau cluster.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with, I'll start there.
Sounds like we should head for the Artemis Tau cluster.
It's your decision, Commander. You're a Spectre now. You don't answer to us.
But your actions still reflect on humanity as a whole. You make a mess and I get stuck cleaning it up.
I really want to tell him that's your job, but that's the renegade response, and we're going Paragon here. I'll be careful.
I'll try not to make things any harder on you, Ambassador.
Glad to hear it, Commander. Remember, you were a human long before you were a Spectre. I have a meeting to get to. Captain Anderson can answer any questions you might have.
Yeah, maybe Udina can remember the fact that he was a human long before he was a fucking politician.
Yes, Commander?
Are you okay?
How are you holding up?
Honestly, this isn't how I pictured my career coming to an end. Pushing papers really isn't my thing, but you're the one who can stop Saren. I believe in you, Shepard. If that means I have to step aside, so be it.
What can you tell me about Pharos?
Any extra intel you can give me on our colony at Pharos?
The entire planet used to be one giant Prothean city. Mostly ruins now. but some of the infrastructure is still intact. The colony tried to build on what the Protheans left behind. We lost all contact with them when the Geth attacked.
Artemis Tau?
What do you know about the Artemis Tau cluster?
Not much. I've never been there myself. A handful of systems with a few small, uncharted worlds, but no real colonies. Might not be easy finding Dr. T'Soni out there. My advice is to look for the world with the Prothean ruins.
And what about Noveria?
What can you tell me about Noveria?
Novaria's trouble. Always has been. The whole planet's basically a center for corporations to conduct illegal research. Watch your back there, Shepard. Spectres are about the only form of Citadel authority Noveria respects. But they aren't popular.
Tell me about your time with the Spectres.
I want to know the truth about you and Saren. I want to know about the mission you were on together all those years ago.
We had intel on a rogue scientist being funded by Batarian interests. He was trying to set up a facility to develop illegal AI technology out in the Verge. Alliance intel had done all the work, but the Council wanted a Spectre involved. We compromised. I was assigned to help Saren in his investigation. We tracked the scientist to a refining facility on Kamala. He was hidden away somewhere inside, protected by an army of Batarian mercenaries. The plan was simple. Sneak into the plant, capture the scientist, sneak back out. Quick, quiet, and a minimum of bloodshed.
A planet called Kamala. Did it have a moon named Harris? What went wrong?
I'm guessing things didn't go as planned.
Saren and I split up to cover more ground. Then about halfway through the mission, there was a massive explosion in the refinery core. Officially, it was ruled an accident, but I think Saren detonated it on purpose to draw off the enemy guards.
Casualties?
How many casualties?
The explosion tore the refinery to shreds. The whole place was on fire. Black chemical clouds poured out into the atmosphere.
Fuck.
Nobody inside survived. There was a camp for the workers and their families nearby. Between the fires and the toxic fumes, the final death count was over 500. Mostly civilians. Saren
Fuck.
didn't care. The target was eliminated. Mission accomplished. And I ended up taking the blame. That ended all talk of me joining the Spectres.
You got blamed?
Saren caused the explosion.
Morning, Nail.
How'd he
Welcome
pin
in,
it on
bud.
you?
In his report, Saren accused me of blowing his cover. He said it was my fault the guards were ready for us. He claimed that's why it turned into a massacre. Saren's report was all the proof the Council needed to kill my chances of becoming a Spectre.
Wasn't your fault.
Don't blame yourself, Captain.
I don't. I blame Saren. I think he wanted things to go bad. He was looking for an excuse to blow that refinery. Maybe he just likes the violence. Maybe he was just trying to make me look bad to keep humans out of the Spectres. If so, he pulled it off.
Yeah, I mean it's not fair, but ultimately it really doesn't matter truly. I was gonna say something else. So like, yeah, it wasn't his fault, but if you're a soldier and that many civilians die on your watch, whether it was your fault or not, you're still going to carry those ghosts with you for the rest of your life. That's just how it is. And most soldiers would take that very personally. I would.
The only thing I care about is stopping Saren.
You're right, Commander. It's no good living in the past.
I
See ya.
should go.
I'll be here if you need anything.
And now we get to chat with our crew, which is a very important component of this game. Now, what's funny though is like loyalty
Stand
missions
by, short
in
order.
Mass Effect 2 and 3
Decontamination
work
in
very
progress.
different from how they worked in the
Heard what happened
original.
to Captain Anderson. Survives 100 battles and then gets taken down by backroom politics. Just watch your back, Commander. Things go bad on this mission, you're next on their chopping block.
More on that soon. I'm ready.
Saren's out there somewhere, and we're gonna find him.
Everyone on this ship's behind you, Commander. 100%. Intercom's open. If you got anything you want to say to the crew, now's the time.
I need to be honest with them. I'm already getting chills.
This is Commander Shepard speaking.
We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit. I won't lie to you, crew. This mission isn't going to be easy.
For too long, our species has stood apart from the others.
Now it's time for us to step up and do our part for the rest of the galaxy. Time to show them what humans are made of.
Our enemy knows we're coming.
When we go into the Traverse, Saren's followers will be waiting for us. But we'll be ready for them, too.
Humanity needs to do this.
Not just for our own sake, but for the sake of every other species in Citadel space. Saren must be stopped. And I promise you all, we will stop him.
Well said, Commander. Captain will be proud.
The captain gave up everything so I could have this chance. We can't fail.
Yes, sir.
Full body chill. Man, there's so many moments in this game that give me full body chills, even 15 years later. These games are so good, man. From what I remember, 1 was full space RPG, while 2 and 3 were a bit more of an action RPG. Yeah. Well, what I was going to say is that with the first one, like, you can unlock, like, other missions, like specific loyalty missions, quote-unquote loyalty missions for your team, but you do that by speaking with them, right? Like, after every mission, you want to speak with your team. Now, the other 2 games do have that aspect as well, but... Oh, just by chatting them up, exactly. Well, that's what I was going to say. Like, the other 2 games do have that aspect as well, but it's much more clear about, like, generally speaking, what you can expect that you'll get from those missions. Whereas here, like, I remember the one for Tali, like, you had to wait for a different mission to come up that had something to do with Geth, and then when that came up and you took care of it, then you could actually talk to Tali about it, and you would get, like the last location for that mission, and that's how you would complete her pilgrimage. Or help her complete her pilgrimage, basically. Slight spoiler for Tali's, little story there, but anyway, let's talk to Joker real quick.
Commander, something you need?
Tell me about the status.
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet, if you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I just want to talk.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
I didn't mean to insult you, bud.
I'm sorry, Joker. I didn't even know you were sick.
You mean you didn't know? Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Vrolik syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic, but I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
I mean... No, I'm just kidding. Oh, man. I think we already asked about his, past history. Seth Green was absolutely perfect to voice Joker.
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
I was just thinking how much you remind me of Santa Claus.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Oh, can I investigate on it? No, it's the same stuff. Okay, were you unhappy?
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy, even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation.
Alright, I'll talk to you later, but yeah, that would suck to have a condition to live with. Yeah, I would. It would. But I feel like that's probably one of those conditions that, like, the distant future could like make people like Joker more productive, right? So like he said, he's fine as long as he's in his flight chair. And we're going to get to see exactly how good Joker is at his job much later in the game. I won't spoil that. Hey, Caden, what's up?
Anything you need, Commander?
Personal input.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Yeah, but with my forgetfulness, I'd probably break something one a month. That's rough, bud. Okay. I need to go downstairs. Oh, we can talk with the Dr. Chakras briefly. She's got a little bit of insight on Caden, if I remember correctly. Dr. Chakras, what's up?
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Any regrets?
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth, or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
How well do you know the Lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission, but he has an impressive service record, over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Goodbye, Doc. By the way, I know Dr. Chakwas is a little bit on the slightly older side. Like, I would imagine, like, probably mid to late 30s, maybe even early 40s. But still, would. It's kind of a shame that they never made her a romanceable character in any of the games here. Can we speak with any of these guys here? Ashley.
Commander?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Kinda wish you'd got there sooner, Commander. No offense, I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
You wish we'd been able to save the rest of your unit?
Yes, sir. If I had been more alert, we wouldn't have been cut down by an ambush.
It's not your fault.
The Geth are perfect ambushers. They don't move, they don't make noise, they don't even breathe.
Sir, they have flashlight heads.
Sir, they have flashlight heads. Oh my gosh. Yeah, still would. Yeah. Yeah, Dr. Chakwas is, she's a classy lady. Very classy lady.
Do you have a few minutes to talk one-on-one?
I'm sorry, Commander. I need to get my duty squared away. I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
I'll bet you would.
Chief.
Judging by the look she was giving him when he woke up from his 20-hour nap. Rex.
Nice ship you got, Shepard. What can I do for you?
Tell me a little about yourself.
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
Come on.
You Krogan lived for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
Dr. Chakwas, hop up on the table. I promise this won't hurt much. Aw, I'm disappointed. I was hoping it would hurt a lot. That's unfortunate.
I heard about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
It's not the same.
It's not?
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
Yeah, fair point.
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
Touchy subject?
I was just making conversation. I wasn't trying to upset you.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
Okay, tell me about your extinction.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
So?
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
And y'all already know how I feel about fighting. I mean, at least in gaming.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far.
Damn.
Every Krogan is infected. Every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? You ask a Krogan, would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
See you later.
So long, Rex.
And y'all know an army of Krogans would absolutely get along with the United States Marine Corps. 100%. They are big on the 3 F's, and that's food, fighting, and fucking.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
She's impressed with the size of our ship's package. The ship's special.
The Normandy's a prototype. Cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
Oh, you're into ships?
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that as well. But I guess like 50 for humans is very different than what, you know, Krogan would consider, you know, 50. Is it's like, I think as of the events of Mass Effect 1, Rex is something like, I don't know, like 300 or 400 years old, right? The Krogan are a very long-lived species. Specifically Rex, not Krogan as a whole. Okay, yeah. Well, I think Rex is a little bit older than that. So yeah, you're probably right. Although I still think he would get along well with him. Like, you know, he'd be like, damn, like these humans know how to fucking fight, you know? Wow, yeah, that was 300 years ago.
I can't believe you're still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Tell me more about the Quarians.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
Such as?
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few.
Welcome in, Zetsway.
If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births, though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
You're not wrong, but Tali is absolutely the best. And Liara is second best. But what I was going to say is, like, and this is what I find really interesting about the first game, like, it establishes, like, the lore and the world building is so good in this game, as, like, you can already see, just from having a conversation with Rex, that there's that inherent prejudice, because it was the Solarians that created the genophage, which is making it very difficult for their people to populate, essentially. Conclave, tell me about the Conclave.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
See, so this is like the way they've structured their, you know, their own brand of democracy on the flotilla. Tali, me too, yeah. My boo. Yes, sir. It's very similar almost to kind of how the United States is structured when you think about it, right? Because you got, you know, all the state legislatures, but then you also have Congress, which is like over all 50 states. So that's kind of interesting.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials.
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
Now that's something our country needs right there. Huzzah! Men of quality! Tali was cute, but the massive push for her online by the fandom kinda turned me away. I liked Ashley in the first, Liara and Samara in the second. Samara is intriguing as a character, but she has like that air of like just not interested, I think is the best way to describe it. Like, she'll talk about her own stuff, like when it comes up, that sort of thing, I just wanted to give Samara a hug. Yeah, she's like, no, I don't need your sympathy, I think was the word that she used, if I recall. But again, you have to remember, like, we're talking about a character who's lived multiple centuries. I would say my two favorites for Mass Effect 2, Tali for male Shepard, and for Fem Shepard, Thane. No, not Thane. Garrus. I think Garrus is a better romance for Fem Shep. So yeah, I know she wasn't really an option or interested. Her daughter was interested, but it triggered an immediate game over. I can understand Nell, the My Hero fans are annoying. They also hate me because Endeavor is my favorite character. Yeah, I can see that. Endeavor's pretty extreme. He is pretty extreme, but still cool. For the My Hero fandom, who do I think is the best girl from there? Honestly, I think I'd have to go with Uravity. I just think she's so cute, and you can tell, like, even though like shonen are not very good about like writing really good like romances, her and Deku definitely have like a romance thing going on. Like, they're into each other. I never played 2. I was at the end, had all side quests done. 64 hours on my PS3 hard drive. What? Whoa, bruh. I would have lost my shit on that. I'm sorry, Zetsway. That sucks, man. Tell me about the Geth.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Yeah, tell me.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
Well, your best bet at this point, unless you already happen to own all 3 games, I would say is Mass Effect Legendary Edition for a number of reasons. Like, first of all, the improvements, obviously. Second of all, the game includes all DLC. Like, you don't have to spend any additional money. It's all there in one package for you. Isn't AI research illegal?
How come the Council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
Yeah. That's literally Skynet.
So, the Geth share brain power?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in a group, the smarter they are.
So like a hive mind?
So there's some sort of group consciousness?
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
I don't get it. I mean, I get it, but I'm gonna go with that one.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm probably oversimplifying. The Geth are incredibly advanced and complex creations. All you need to know is that they get smarter when they gather in large numbers. As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
The rise of the machines. I'm gonna go with why.
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves. It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
Okay, 1 second. As for Endeavor, he gets better. Yeah, I know he gets better. Like, I've seen up to like the first few episodes of the final season. Please, no spoilers. Then again, while my dad wasn't as bad, he was pretty bad. Then, just like Endeavor, my dad had to face a mortality moment, and got better. Me and him get along so well now, so I understand because I lived it from Shota's point IRL somewhat. Okay, yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. And that's also the great thing about fictional characters is like when a writer puts something in that a viewer or reader can like empathize and understand on a personal level. It makes the character that much more interesting, right? I'm trying to think if there's like, you know, anything like that if there's any characters like that I personally relate to in fiction. Honestly, I would have to say probably what is that emoji? Is it just like a heart emoji? Okay, I'm sorry, I wasn't sure at first. My eyes are bad, y'all. But if there's any character that I personally identify with in fiction, I would have to say it's probably Naruto, just because like he has to work twice as hard to get half the results of his comrades, right? It's shiny, I think. And that's something that, you know, because of my ADD, basically like part of the problem that I have with ADD is that compared to my contemporaries, I have to work twice as hard to get half the results that they do. You know what I mean? Like in terms of like performance speed, I'm much slower than a lot of my other, what's the word? I said contemporaries before, but it's more like peers, my peers. I got gifted a sub while in her chat. Oh, that's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Who's which VTuber is that? But anyway, yeah, so basically like the same tasks that the average person with like no sort of like learning disability or anything like that would you know, if it takes them like 10 minutes, it's going to take me 20 minutes to complete the same task. I'm just slow, is all it is. Sinveer. I'll have to look her up. They defended themselves.
can't blame them for fighting for their survival.
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge of revolution. By acting quickly, we had a chance to end the war before it began. The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exiled, searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
So, and I know I'm being a little bit hard on Tali here, but and I know it wasn't like anyone of her generation that was responsible for the whole thing, you know, that how the Geth started. This was like 300 years ago, right? But again, just like with Rex and the Solarians, we're seeing the establishment of various peoples and their prejudices, and they have very good, very valid reasons for those prejudices. I mean, yeah, you can't... Wait, did I already say that? You can't blame them for defending themselves? They defended themselves.
It's hard to feel sorry for you. Your ancestors tried to wipe out another species.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place, but we did not make a mistake when we went to war against them. If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out. They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organics. None. Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
Not everyone.
They didn't kill Saren.
What does that tell you? The Geth are not innocent victims in all this. They're the enemy. They want to destroy us. Not just the Quarians. All organic life. That's why they've joined up with Saren. And that's why we have to stop him.
Head pats, Kane. Head pats. Sorry, bud. But, it's like I said before. America needs people like you, brother. We need a lot more like you, my brother. Like, no joke. Not only does your work provide a crucial service, but you're also incredibly hardworking. Oh, well, technically, I should go to work. Tell me about your pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Kane, my brother, I've said this before and I'll say it again. I always appreciate any and all support you strays are willing to offer me. But real life comes first, my friend. It does. So, I mean, if you got to go to work, you got to go to work. It is what it is. I understand and I respect it, man. Let's see. Do they always accept?
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when the gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
It sounds dangerous.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey. We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most. By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
Okay, yeah, let's change topics. I think that's
talk
all.
about something else.
Like what?
That's all we can talk to her about for now.
See you later.
Yeah, in this game, you basically have like two types of quote-unquote, characters. You have like the larger ones that you actually can romance, like Liara, Caden, and Ashley. And then you have the smaller ones whose basically their dialogue will update pretty much after every mission.
Thanks for bringing me on board, Commander. I knew working with a Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
You knew?
Have you worked with a Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
That's not that bad.
For the most part, the rules are there for a reason.
Maybe. But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my work. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it. But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
That was your reason, bruh?
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
It's a tough decision.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this. And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
He is a loose cannon who plays by his own rules. Yeah. I'm gonna go with that. Depends. Just because it's a
If
paradigm
getting the job
response.
done means endangering innocent people, then no. We get the job done right, not fast. Got it?
I wasn't trying to. I understand, Commander.
I always feel kind of bad for responding to Garrus that way because I kind of understand how he feels, but sometimes red tape does slow things down, and I get his concern there, but when lives are at stake, you can't afford to be breaking rules or flying off the handle or anything like that. Don't get me wrong, I love Garrus. He's a homie. He's a real homie. Oh wait, can we speak with Presley again real quick before we hit the menu?
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
You get that they're on our side, right, bud?
We're all on the same team here, Presley.
With all due respect, sir, that's what they said about Nihilus. Look how that turned out.
Aliens on the ship.
Speak freely, Presley. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
It's not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems. Saren attacked one of our colonies. We should be the ones to stop it. We don't need their help.
Never turn away help.
Some people think asking for help is a sign of weakness. That's just being stupid and stubborn. No matter how strong you are, allies can make you stronger.
I guess so. Maybe I'm just stuck in the old ways of thinking. But don't worry, Commander. This won't be a problem.
See, this is what I love. Again, we're getting back into the whole thing with the prejudices. Even the humans have their prejudices in this game.
How did you end up assigned to the Normandy?
I signed up with the Alliance as a navigator right out of school, following in my grandfather's footsteps, I guess. My first posting was on the Agincourt. We were at Elysium during the Skillian Blitz. A massive fleet of alien raiders hit the colony, trying to wipe it out. They had the numbers, but their ships were no match for an Alliance frigate. It was a slaughter. We couldn't even keep track of how many ships they lost.
Alliance ships must be built, at least back then, something like how our Iowa-class ships were built. Ooh, boy, if you know, you know. There's a whole lot of floating fuck around and find out.
How'd you end up on the Normandy?
I got my officer's commission after Elysium. Must have made an impression on the right people. Captain asked for me when he was picking his crew.
That's really high praise. When a captain of the ship requests you specifically. Like, it's not just send me good men, it's like, I want that man on my crew. Yeah, that tells me, at least during that battle, Navigator Presley did some gangster shit. Okay, so we're gonna start with Liara's dig site. Now, I always get it wrong. I don't recall exactly which one we need to go to. Bang zoom. I know that's corny, but it just kind of reminds me of, was that Bing Crosby, I think? No. How, I forget what his name is now. Portland, Shoji, no, it's not that. Okay, I don't think it's any of these. No, yeah, it's not any of these. Well, let's check this one. This is Sparta! Oh, man. And I don't think it's any of these either. Nope. Watch, it's gonna be the last one. It's gonna be the last one that I hit up. Okay, let's see. What do we got? Nope. There it is. There. Okay. Go ahead and land it. Okay, yeah, give me Garrus. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna take Tali because she's got tech, and we're gonna be running into a lot of Geth here. The Zonko videos are hitting Hex. It's glorious. Zonko? I'm not familiar with that creators, that's why.
Commander, I'm picking up some strange readings. Really strange, like off the damn charts. It looks like it's coming from an underground complex a few clicks away from the drop zone.
Alright. By the way, in case it wasn't obvious here, guys, the lava is instant death. Stay out of the lava. Whee! I can't believe they tried to replace the Mako in Mass Effect 2, because like a lot of people, I remember a lot of people when that game first came out were like, oh, well, we missed the planet exploration and the Mako and all that, and I was in that camp. I agreed with that. And then they gave us the DLC with a vehicle that we could actually control, and it was complete and total ass. It was so ass that I don't even remember what the name of that vehicle was. I mean, we'll get to it when we get to Mass Effect 2. But, oh. That's neat. You don't scare me. Oop. Oops, I think that one hits. And yes, I'm reposting. Zonko is a character in NTE that everyone bonks me for. She's releasing tomorrow as a gacha pull. Okay, gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah, I never really got into gacha games, but I don't know if you guys are very big into FPS games. But I'm considering streaming the Modern Warfare 4 open beta this weekend. Oop. Oh, okay, this part here. We got some turrets to take out. Yeah, that's why I don't know why they bonk you for gooning over good goon material, man. Now, I mean, if the character dressed like an SJR, then maybe I can understand. But, yeah, but Booba is always going to get every man. Well, maybe not the gay ones, but most men. It'll get most men. And many women, too. A lot of women love Booba. Boop. It's about the equivalent of an Abrams using its main gun on enemy soldiers.
Got it.
We engage in a mild amount of war crimes. It's the only one I play. It's also open world, and we finished the Dragon Girl side story limited event last night. Okay, interesting. You have any more like events with the dog? All the bones. Wait, what does it say? Celebrates their subscription. Oh, okay, yeah, it's letting me know. I saw that already. I don't know why it's just now coming up in stream, but yeah. As I always say, I truly appreciate anybody and everybody who decides to support me in that way. I mean, I appreciate even the views. And guys, one thing I can promise you all, if I ever do blow up, that's not going to change. I will always show appreciation. It was a D&D campaign type story. Okay. Yeah, it didn't look, from what I saw the other night when you were playing it, it didn't look like the usual, like, city, you know, type area. Alright, we need to open these gates. I mean, I think there's only one gate that we do need to open, but there's some enemies here that we can kill, and some loot that we can grab. Alright, we got some special ammunition off of that. Do we get any, like, electrical damage type? Because that actually will help a lot here. Let's check our upgrades. Anti-personnel, chemical, radioactive, anti-personnel, chem rounds. We don't really have anything that's going to be super effective just yet. I guess I'll... Hold on, hammerhead. Anti-personnel against organics. No, I guess I'll go with hammerhead for now. And heatsink. Do I have anything better for Tali? Hurricane. Scimitar's 128, 126. I'll give her that one. And then Garrus. Banshee. And then what about snipers? Any new sniper swarm? Hammer 2, Reaper 2, 92, 91. We'll go with Hammer 2. Thanks, now I got the 90s Spider-Man theme in my head, TC. What did I say that triggered it? Oh, was it the radioactive reference? I was thinking more of the song. I forget I forget who sings it, but it's a good song. Alright, let's open this gate. And we'll hop back in the Mako and get gone. Okay, I should probably check my map real quick. Make sure I didn't get turned around.
Remember to stay hydrated.
But, okay. I was... It was like, talk, Garrus. I didn't realize, like, I was trying to get into the deal, and he goes, remember to stay hydrated. I think the landing zone is over here, so we are heading the right way. 90s cartoon theme songs are top tier. My fave is the Gargoyles theme. The Gargoyles theme was pretty good. I didn't watch a lot of the show itself, though. My all-time favorite is Ghostbusters! If there's something strange in the neighborhood, who you gonna call? Oh man, I know that's kind of cheating because it was for the movies as well, but it's still a great song. Oh, we got one way over there. Can I actually get it from here? Yeah, that reminds me of the long I know that one too. Mine just went bare memory. Not squirrel steering into the void. Squid, so you excited for tonight? Oh wait, Squid, I didn't realize you'd popped in, bud. What's going on tonight? You guys collabing? Drop ship there. Oh, we got two of the big ones here. I was saying, taking like really long shots with the Mako reminds me of that AK meme, where it's like, what is it for like the AK-74U? It's like small AK, SMOL, and then for the Dragunov, it's like AK, but dudes are way over there. Ooh, rocket troops. Nope. Rocket this, you filthy casual. I'm just gonna tank this. Oh, uh-oh. Is it? Is it down? Yeah, it's down. Awesome. Yes, with Luna, by the way, the anime will be in Japanese to subtitles. So subtitles. Oh, anime? Are you guys reacting to an anime? Luckily, I'm not completely dyslexic. I'm not dyslexic, but I was told once I was sex lexic. Giggity. No, seriously though, like I know, like I'm poking fun, but I know it can be a rough condition. A friend of mine had dyslexia, and he really struggled in terms of like reading. Like it would take him longer to read stuff. Boop. We got another one out here, I thought. Nope. Wait, what? Let's see. Luckily, I'm not. Well, He-my-ha rocket launcher. He-my-ha. Yeah. Oh man, I might steal that. Anime React. Okay. Did I miss the anime? Like what anime you guys are reacting to? Ah, yes, the Mako. A lot of people's favorite part of this game. Yeah, thrive with it, but also read slow. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, take your time. You know what's funny? And I'm sure you guys have noticed this, but and this is another side effect, I believe, of my ADD. Is like I can speak like at a perfectly normal tone and cadence. But when I read stuff that's on screen, I slow down significantly sometimes. And that's just something that I've had ever since like I was in kindergarten. Like as a kid, I physically could not copy stuff from the blackboard. I couldn't do it. Like I would try, I couldn't do it. I don't know why. But then like if I read something to myself, it's like I read at a normal speed basically. I don't know. It's weird. Learning disabilities. Bah. Oh, shield. Haha, that's cute. Boop. Oh, damn. Launched him into the atmosphere. Fuck. Bye-bye, Clanker. Get wrecked. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Now, we actually have to get out here. I remember the first time playing this mission, I couldn't actually tell where I needed to go at first. What do I call it? Sexlexia. Yes, sir. Ooh, we getting close? Are you gonna hit me? Ah, come on. Surprise, motherfucker. Okay, I'm actually going to have Garrus switch up to his sniper here as we got a long, pretty long range area here coming up. I'm going to go ahead and switch back to my assault rifle. Alright, I need to get to cover. Garrus, can you handle my lightweight, please? Oh, damn, I didn't really realize Tali went down. Fuck, we might die here. We're getting flanked. I gotta move. Run, run! Okay, I think we're out of their angle now. Garrus, my guy, what the hell? Am I gonna have to do it myself? Shepard,
Area secure.
Oh, Zap, what do I call it? Yes, quit his sexlexia. Now, where did Zonko go? I need help with it. Oh, man. Alright, switch weapons here again. I'm gonna be honest. I am not at all convinced that I'm prepped for the fight that's coming up. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pop another field to help Tali out. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have brought Tali. Real quick, gonna go ahead and do a save. You definitely want to save before this fight. And you also want to try to keep, you know what, did I, okay, I need to, let's see, assault training, so we'll get tactical armor, and we'll get shield boost level 1, and it looks like I have enough that I can get shield boost level 2 as well. Oh no, now we can equip medium armor, that's even better. Let me, Garrus, decryption, yeah, sabotage, we'll get him another level of sabotage. Actually, we can go ahead with master sabotage. Let's go. Oh, we need, oh, damn. Wait. We're gonna undo that because we need to unlock electronics. Nope, one more. Okay. Now we've got overload. This is gonna help us out a lot here. And then Tali, we need to unlock her. Oh, she's already got electronics unlocked, so that's nice. We'll get her to unlock damping, and we'll go ahead and take damping. What's this? Basic armor. We'll give her shield boost. And then unlock first aid. And then, yeah, we'll go ahead and give her first aid. Quarian Machinist. Oh, AI hacking. Can we get that? Oh, it's locked right now. Damn it. Oh, we might have enough to get it. Let me see. Yeah, there we go. Alright, now I want to go ahead and save. Actually, you know what? I didn't check my equipment either. I should probably do that. Ooh, we have some phasic rounds. I am switching to that. Nope. I don't want to switch weapons there. No. Okay. Phasic rounds. Phasic rounds 2. Here we go. Do we have a better heatsink there as well? Heatsink 1, improved sighting, recoil damper, high caliber barrel, improved sighting. No, we're just gonna stick with what we've already got here. I think that was the only phasic rounds we have. But if we have any more, let's see. Armor piercing, chemical, radioactive. No. Okay. I guess we're just not going to give any equipment to our other characters here. Do we have any armor for Tali? Wait, oh, okay, that's the wrong category. Okay, no, we don't. And what about Garrus? Any armor for Turians? Nope. Alright, so we're about as ready as we're going to be here. I'm going to have to get my guys into cover very quickly. No, I think he was firing shots at me for calling it Sexlexia. Yeah, we gotta take down one of those guys on foot this early in the freaking game. Tali, get to cover. Fucking hell. Okay, well, why is she blocked? Garrus, can you do me a favor and overload that fucker? I hate those guys. Thank you. Those guys are super fucking annoying. Has she used her shield? Oh yeah, she did use something. Dadgummit. Hey Garrus, sabotage. And he misses. Grand. This guy's the really tough kill. Shit, there's another one of those flowers. You can't even see where he is. Fucking hell. Alright, Garrus, you have your overload up yet? No, you don't. Damn it. Alright, got him. We got the real threat out, right? Now just clean up. Just gotta take care of these guys real quick. Garrus? No, his name's over yet. I think there's one over here. Headshot. There's still one more? Whoo boy. Not going through that one again. Wait. Oh, there's another one. There's still one more? Another one. Bro, what are you? Homie barely did any damage at all. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and overwrite that save, because that fight actually went much smoother than what I've seen it go before, what I've had it go for me in the past. That is a hard fight this early in the game. Run, Forrest, run! By the way, speaking of Forrest Gump, I unironically believe that Jenny's just like the worst. Like, she's got to be like the worst love interest. Oh shit! Hang on. Do I have shield boost? Yes, I do. She's got to be like the worst love interest in fiction. Hello. Oh, you're there. Why are you trying to play peekaboo? I already know you're there.
All clear.
Go ahead and pop a heal here.
This cavern formed around the ruin after it was built.
Interesting. Water is a powerful source. I guess in this case it would be lava. I wouldn't go so far as to say worst in fiction, but yeah, she wasn't good. I mean, I feel like basically like everything stems from like that, like the first opportunity that he had to actually get with her. And, because, like, after that, like, she really treated him like shit the rest of the movie. It's like, bro was a fucking war hero, a successful businessman, you know, probably made, you know, hundreds of thousands, if not millions in his life. And, what he gets in the long run is the opportunity to raise a kid that isn't even actually his. Yeah, that's pretty awful. Hello there.
Can
baby, I'm gonna help you. What are you doing for me?
Are you okay? What happened to you?
Listen, this thing I'm in is a Prothean security device. I cannot move, so I need you to get me out of it, all right?
Do you know anything about Venezia?
Your mother is working with Saren. Whose side are you on?
What? I am not on anybody's side. I may be Benezia's daughter, but I'm nothing like her. I have not spoken to her in years. Please, just get me out of here.
How'd you end up in there?
I was exploring the ruins when the Geth showed up, so I hid in here. Can you believe that? Geth, beyond the veil! I activated the tower's defenses. I knew the barrier curtains would keep them out. When I turned it on, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to. I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please.
Ember wishes she was stuck like this. Ember leash intensifies. PH the easy girl. Is that a typo? I'm not sure what PH stands for.
We'll find some way to help you.
There is a control in here that should deactivate this thing. You'll have to find some way past the barrier curtain. That's the tricky part. The defenses cannot be shut off from the outside. I don't know how you'll get in here. Be careful. There is a Krogan with the Geth. They have been trying different ways to get past the barrier.
There's a Krogan with the Geth. I'm excited. Alright, we just gonna... Oh, that's the wrong tool for that job. Whoa! Get down! Get down! Get some chemical damage going. But these phasic rounds are fucking them up, man. Sweet barrier. Too bad it went down for you. Is there any more? How did I miss a whole ass fucking rocket troop? They're like 2 feet taller than the normal Geth. Completely missed him. Alright, we got some stuff we can hack over here. Oh yeah, type too fast so autocorrect changes it to PH because of how much I messed up. Head pats, my guy, head pats. Alright, we're gonna open this one. More chemical rounds, more hammerhead rounds. Hammerhead? If you got a hammerhead, you might want to see a doctor about that. Squid, did you just, like, do a blank kind of thing? Did you butt chat me? Okay, so this is basically just, you have to brute force it. Nope, not the right one. Nope, nope. There it is. Wait, did I get it wrong? That's all, right? Oh, no, it's not. I'm back. I had to do work for 10 minutes. You're good, bro. You're good. It's like I said before, real life first. I feel like Squid. Lunch. What are we having for lunch, brother? Alright, let's hit this.
Oh, how did you get in here? I didn't think there was any way past the barrier.
Superior firepower. I love the renegade response here. It's not important.
We have to get you out of here before more Geth arrive.
Yes, you're right. I've
Don't
seen
know
enough
yet.
of them to last a lifetime. That button should shut down my containment field.
By the way, Squid, there's one thing I was curious about. Like, do you guys ever have to call for locates on the job?
Any idea how we get out of this place?
There is an elevator back in the center of the tower. At least I think it's an elevator. It should take us out of here. Come on.
You think?
I still cannot believe all this. Why would the Geth come after me? Do you think Benezia's involved?
Seren's looking for the conduit. You're a Prothean expert. He probably wants you to help him find it.
The conduit? But I don't know.
What the hell was that?
Uh-oh.
These ruins are not stable. That mining laser must have triggered a seismic event. We have to hurry. The whole place is caving in.
Hey, Zetsway, about your lunch plans, man. Hear me out. Pizza. We're getting out of here.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister.
Aye, aye, Commander. Secure and away. ETA 8 minutes.
He needs to move faster.
No joke. 8 minutes. By the way, I love how this whole tunnel is designed. Like, watch the sides, how they come up like that. That's cool. Burgers.
Surrender. Or don't. That would be more fun.
This ruin's coming down, you moron.
In case you didn't notice, this place is falling apart.
Exhilarating, isn't it? Thanks for getting rid of those energy fields for us. Hand the doctor over.
Whatever it is you want, you are not getting it from me.
I'm not giving her up.
She'll stay with us, thanks.
Not an option. Saren wants her, and he always gets what he wants. Kill him. Spare the Asari if you can. If not, doesn't matter.
Yeah, good luck with that. That Krogan disappointed. I was expecting more pain. These faces are just completely nice. You know what? We get up close and personal. Get me! Ah. You hit like a bitch. Run away! Run away! Run! Damn near got buried alive back there.
Too close, Commander. 10 more seconds we would have been swimming in molten sulfur. The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull. Just for future reference.
We almost died out there, and your pilot is making jokes?
His name is Joker. He saved us.
Joker pulled our asses out of there. I think he's earned the right to a few bad jokes.
I see. It must be a human thing. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander. But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there, and not just from the volcano. Those Geth would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
Guys, she said she doesn't have much experience with, quote, our species. We must educate our girl. 50 years.
How old are you exactly?
I hate to admit it, but I am only 106.
Damn! I hope I look that good when I'm your age.
A century may seem like a long time to a short-lived species like yours. But among the Asari, I am barely considered more than a child. That is why my research has not received the attention it deserves. Because of my youth, other Asari scholars tend to dismiss my theories on what happened to the Protheans.
Yeah, I might know a thing or two about that.
I've got my own theory on why the Protheans disappeared.
With all due respect, Commander, I have heard every theory out there. The problem is finding evidence to support them. The Protheans left remarkably little behind. It is almost as if someone did not want the mystery solved. It is like someone came along after the Protheans were gone and cleansed the galaxy of clues. But here is the incredible part. According to my findings, the Protheans were not the first galactic civilization to mysteriously vanish. This cycle began long before them.
How do you know this?
Where'd you come up with this theory? I thought there wasn't any evidence.
I have been working on this for 50 years. I have tracked down every scrap and shred of evidence. Eventually, subtle patterns start to emerge, patterns that hint at the truth. It is difficult to explain to someone else. I cannot point to one specific thing to prove my case. It is more a feeling derived from a half-century of dedicated research. But I know I'm right, and eventually I will be able to prove it. There were other civilizations before the Protheans. This cycle has repeated itself many times over.
Who came before them?
If the Protheans weren't the first, then who was?
I don't know. There is barely any evidence on the Protheans, even less on those who came before them. I cannot prove my theory, but I know I am right. The galaxy is built on a cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive. The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before. Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them. And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated my life to figuring out why.
Use me, I can help you.
They were wiped out by a race of sentient machines. The Reapers.
The Reapers? But I have never heard of. How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
The beacon?
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
Visions. Yes, that makes sense. The beacons were designed to transmit information directly into the mind of the user. Finding one that still works is extremely rare. No wonder the Geth attacked Eden Prime. The chance to acquire a working beacon, even a badly damaged one, is worth almost any risk. But the beacons were only programmed to interact with Prothean physiology. Whatever information you received would have been confused, unclear. I am amazed you were able to make sense of it at all. A lesser mind would have been utterly destroyed by the process. You must be remarkably strong-willed, Commander.
Okay, this isn't helping us find Saren or the conduit.
Of course, you're right. I am sorry, my scientific curiosity got the better of me. Unfortunately, I do not have any information that could help you find the conduit, or Saren.
Yeah, well, you can still help us.
I don't know why Saren wanted you out of the picture, but I think we'll be a lot better off if we bring you along.
Thank you, Commander. Saren might come after me again. I cannot think of anywhere safer than here on your ship. And my knowledge of the Protheans might be useful later on.
And her biotics will come in handy when the fighting starts.
Welcome aboard.
Good to have you on the team, Liara.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful. Oh, I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate? Or slept? Dr. Chakwa should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Protheans' true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
Yeah, we'll talk later.
We can talk again after you've seen the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
You might as well.
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
We've received your report, Commander. I understand Dr. Tassoni is on the Normandy.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
She wants to help us.
Liara's on our side. The Geth were trying to kill her.
Benezia would never allow Saren to kill her daughter.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Or maybe we don't know her. We never expected she could become a traitor.
At least the mission was a success.
Apart from the utter destruction of a major Prothean ruin. Was that really necessary, Shepard?
It was, actually, yeah. The Renegade response, you can just hang up on him. I fucking love that. And it's so funny when you're doing a Renegade run of these games. Yeah, it was.
The Geth were crawling all over those ruins. We were lucky to make it out alive.
Of course, Commander. The mission must always take priority.
Good luck, Commander. Remember, we are all counting on you.
Yeah, sure you are. Okay, so we got some folks to speak with. Joker, I wish they had more dialogue for Joker in the first game, because his dialogue work was so freaking good in Mass Effect 2. But we'll get there. We'll get there.
I prefer gold to silver, you know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I pulled your boots out of the fire.
Do you want that?
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours. Fun, fun.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too. I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
No, that's it. That's it for now.
I have to go.
Alright, see you.
Cars parked over the manhole cover. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that, Squid. They don't give you guys, like, what do you call them? Like those things that you can jack up under tires and then, like, physically move the car. I remember my dad telling me about, you know, he had those when he worked Wrecker. Sometimes, you know, people would park in front of a fire hydrant and think, oh, you know, there's nothing that they can do to, you know, because it's parallel parking. And then they would be shocked when they come back and their car's been towed away. What's up, Caden?
Anything you need, Commander?
Personal input.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Is this an official evaluation, Commander? Or off the record?
Speak your mind.
Alenko, when it's just you and me, you can consider it off the record.
Socks on.
That's a generous attitude. Okay. I think there's something wrong with all this. This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
He's right.
The Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
So, like, what would you have to do then, Squid? Like, do you have to just, like, wait for them to move, or squeeze underneath the car and into the manhole? Like, I don't know what all kind of gear that you have to use when you're down there. I'm sure, like, some kind of respirator or something like that, if it's, like, an enclosed space. Wait? Oh, you just have to wait. Damn. That sucks, man. That's alright.
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, Alden is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element 0 in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Yeah, that sounds like Corpo speak for We want to see what these fucking kids can do. Like, oh, kid, you got exposed to element 0? Move that cup. That's like I said, biotics in these games are basically the Force. They're not actually, though. It's like a scientific, like, they're basically Mass Effect fields is what they're using. You doubt it was accidental?
Is there some question about how you were exposed?
My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins. It only gets iffy around 63 when Kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they'd relied on accidentals. A bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
Sounds brutal. Tell me about Jump Zero.
Jump Zero is Gagarin Station, right? What's it like?
Yeah, that's the official name. Biggest and farthest facility we had for decades. Right on the termination shock, the outer edge of the solar system. It's where they did all the Goose Chase FTL research before we caught on to using Mass Effect fields. It was a sterile research platform when I was
there. Did you have any friends?
There were other kids in the same boat, right? At least you weren't alone out there.
That's true. We did have a little circle that'd get together every night before lights out. We didn't have much to do, though. It was a research platform then, and Kinetics kept Jump Zero off the extranet to prevent leaks.
Time to get physical, then. Reach versus flexibility.
Then you must have had plenty of time to get to know each other.
Yeah, we'd sit around and bull every night after dinner, play cards or network games. There was this girl named Rana who had a little circle grow up around her. She was from Turkey. Her family was very rich, but she was smart and charming as hell. Beautiful, but not stuck up about it. I think you'd have liked her.
Sounds like you might have been in love.
Sounds like she was special to you.
She was. Maybe she felt the same. But things never felt together. Training, you know.
Man, that's sad. Intentional exposures?
You know of any intentional exposures for certain?
No one knows. Doesn't mean they didn't happen. As big as the exposures were, it was hard to track down accidentals. It was different then. No one knew the potential, so there wasn't a lot of regulation. Anything Kinetics did was gold. I'm not saying they intentionally detonated drives over our outposts, but in retrospect, they were damn quick on the scene.
Yeah, it looks like that's all we can talk about for now, so I'm going to go with sounds rough, go on.
Jump Zero is a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. But that's my own baggage, Commander. No bearing on this.
You know you can talk to me, bud.
Alenko, there's no regulation that says you can't be friends with your commander.
I appreciate that, Commander. I just don't want you to think that I'm a whiner. Besides, I've got my past squared away.
Alright, so now we know a little bit more about Kaidan. And we're going to go see our blue beauty over here. Liara.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
Yeah, you worried me.
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
She's the GOAT.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up...
Yeah, I've got an idea how you could thank me, babe. Don't mention it.
I'm just glad we got there in time.
So am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
I know.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
So we can investigate a little bit, but why don't I? We'll ask her about what she knows about Benezia.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
You sound troubled.
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me. I have not spoken to Benezia in many years, but I know her, and this was not like her. Something changed.
How about Asari culture?
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Oh, baby, I'd like to understand all of you. What kind of rumors?
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
How is that possible?
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
Microsoft knew what they were doing here. They definitely knew what they were doing here. Because, yeah, that's actually... Like, the fact that it's not just physical, to me, is like, it just makes it a lot more interesting. Right? Because it's like something more than just sex. What about the other parent?
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
Do you know who your mother's partner was?
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
But you don't know who.
Benezia never told you her partner's name?
Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood. Though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face, it is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
But you don't know that.
Maybe she wanted to meet you but couldn't. Something could have happened to her. Maybe she passed away.
You might be right. I hope you are. But I have no way to know for sure. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
How... this might seem a little bit insensitive to ask, but how do you deal with that?
USR lived for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
Well, I think that's all that we can talk to her about for now, so see you, Liar.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
I'll be back later to give it them pants, baby. Alright, let's go see the rest of our team. Ashley, what's going on?
Commander, you have a minute to talk?
I keep an open door policy. If you have any concerns, lay them on me.
All right. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
And this is what I was alluding to back on Eden Prime. She is xenophobic as hell. Otherwise, she's a very interesting character, but super xenophobic. Because they're not Alliance.
They may not serve the Alliance, Chief, but they're allies. At least as far as Saren goes.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
I mean, she is kind of out of line here, but I'm going to go with you don't trust aliens?
You don't trust the Alliance's allies?
I'm not sure I'd call the Council races allies. We, humanity, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
Yeah, well, we also need allies.
Standing up for ourselves doesn't mean standing alone.
I don't think we should turn down allies. I just think we shouldn't bet everything on them staying allies. As noble as the council members seem now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
That's pretty cynical.
You've got a pessimistic view of the universe, Williams.
A pessimist is what an optimist calls a realist. Look, if you're fighting a bear and the only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run, you'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human. It's not racism, not really. Members of their species will always be more important to them than humans are.
Why do you feel that way?
These seem like deeply held beliefs, Williams. What made you think this way?
My family's defended the Alliance since it was founded. My father, grandfather, great-grandmother, they all picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service. I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
Tell me about your service.
It doesn't sound like you've worked with aliens before.
No, sir. Mainly I've been groundside, part of the surface garrison forces. I did get a rotation on a space station for training. Every Marine a rifleman, every rifleman ZG certified.
Can we just not gloss over the just the idea of having a firefight in zero gravity? That's wild. You deserve better.
That's odd. Your record is spotless and your technical scores are exemplary. You should be serving with the fleet.
Anyway, that's why I haven't served with many aliens, Commander.
Tell me about your family.
I come from a military family too. My parents were both Navy. Anybody in your family we might know?
Couldn't say, Commander. We probably have a lot in common. You join up to carry on the tradition?
To serve the Alliance.
Mainly I wanted to serve. Protect the Alliance, save lives, you know.
Glad to hear it. I'd hate to think you were out here for a free college education.
Oh, I wonder how many viewers who watch this are going to feel a little called out by that. I understand your feelings.
All right. I can see where your concerns are coming from, Williams. But this is a multilateral mission. You're going to have to work with aliens, like it or not.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
So this is the point at which if you wanted to go down that road, you could start the whole you know, romance thing with Ashley, but I'm just gonna say thanks.
I don't think kissing Turians will be necessary.
You never know, Commander.
Oh,
We'll
man.
talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, sir.
Imagine if Ashley and Garrus had hooked up.
So,
that'd be weird.
We've got Saren on the run.
Yes, we do.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good. He's rotten. To the core. I could tell as soon as I met him.
Oh, wait, you knew him?
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would have if I thought it was important.
I think I'd like to hear about it just the same.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the Terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
And he recruited you.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
What was he doing?
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. A couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
Tell me about the cargo.
What kind of cargo was the freighter carrying? What was Saren after?
I don't know. All I saw on that ship was food and medical supplies. There were some basic weapons, but nothing big. If there was anything of value on that ship, I didn't see it. That's why I didn't mention it sooner.
Tell me about the ship.
Whose ship was it?
There was a Volus trading vessel. Big one. Lots of guards. But they were no match for us.
Is that it?
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week. Every damn one.
Damn. I see.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Okay. Did we talk to Garrus already? I don't think we did. Oh, we could scan the Mako. Come on. Damn it. That's weird. Why did I have to have that specific angle? Garrus.
Commander, how are you?
Wait. I think we already talked about him and CSEC, didn't we?
Why did you want to be a CSEC officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Such as?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it too. He was CSEC, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
Yeah, I get that.
That's tough. But you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Saren.
My father's a CSEC man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren. He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
A Spectre?
You were asked to be a Spectre?
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
And you know what? I get that because, yeah, unlimited power with no responsibility, that's an awful combination usually. Which makes sense why the council will be super selective of who they give that role to. I see.
I suppose I can understand his concern.
You can, but Saren's not going to play by our rules, CSET's rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
Not true.
Just because you can break the rules doesn't mean you should. I don't need to stoop to Saren's level to stop him. And neither do you, Garrus.
I see what you mean, but I'll think about it. Thanks, Commander.
Good man, Garrus. And let's go speak with Tali. Oh, we can scan that. Oh, we haven't spoken with Adams.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian, Tali? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
The renegade response, I'll get rid of her. Jesus. Is she bothering you?
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
I didn't. Damn, that's brutal. She's useful.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You got an eye for talent, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
Tell me about the stealth systems.
Fill me in on the IES stealth systems. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up, unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
So we're invisible.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Why?
Why doesn't it work with faster than light travel?
Cranking up to FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
Sweet. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
Tell me more about the Normandy.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on. Probably the fastest vessel ever designed. And she's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
That's pretty cool. Anyway,
carry on.
Have a good
Adams.
one.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Tali.
Oh, hello, Shepard.
You sound down.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me. Especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place. The Normandy runs so smooth, it feels like we're not even moving. And the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
Foreman. Yeah, okay, I got you. Figured it out. Found a different hole to drop in. Oh, man. That reminds me of this. There's this meme where it's just like a cartoon, you know, like sketch of a woman from like the side profile, like nothing like erotic or anything like that, but it's just like her upper half, and she's like turning around to look backwards, and she just goes, wrong hole, but continue. Oh God. Oh man. If she says that, fellas, you better put a ring on it quick. It's too quiet to sleep.
The silence wakes you up?
Back on the flotilla, the last thing you want to hear is silence. It means an engine's died or an air filter shut down. I guess you don't have to worry about that here. But old habits die hard. But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
Oh, you're homesick.
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have until it's gone.
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about. It's given me a whole new perspective on my people and our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them, but maybe they just wanted a different life.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. What she said there also reminds me of an old song. You don't know what you got till it's gone. You're planning on going, Brat?
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually, but we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
Okay, so same stuff, but that's basically it for her dialogue for now, and I think we've spoken to everyone in between this, this mission and the next one. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and save it here, and we'll pick up from this point tomorrow. I'm gonna try and see if I can raid again. Well, let's see if it'll let me. Ah, okay, yeah, here we go. Wait, why is it saying no results found? Let me look and see who all is online at Kick right now. Let's see, was that just chatting? Let's see, what is that? Monday. I'm looking to see if we have any VTubers that are live right now. We do have a few here. What's this one? This guy's got like only one watching. Dark Neo, the Healing Whisper. Sorry, just trying to figure out who we're going to attempt to raid into. I say attempt. Hang on. Okay, I think so. There was one guy. Let's try this person here. What is she playing though? I can't really tell. Okay, Dark Neo VT. Hang on. Sorry, still trying to figure out the raid thing here. Okay. Okay, guys. Full send. All right. Thank you, guys. So, well, hang on. Do I have to raid on the same device where I'm streaming? I'm guessing I do, don't I? Because I am currently streaming. Okay. Okay, raid channel. Okay, raid channel. Okay, raid channel. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and say my goodbyes for now, since. Okay, so first things first, I want to go ahead and plug my YouTube channel. If you guys could, check out my content over there, I would very much appreciate it. But this is going to be all for today's video. I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Bye. Have a great day. Bye. Hang on. Did the raid work? Hang on. Did the raid work? Okay, apparently it's not working here. Okay, apparently it's not working here. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna try this again. Alright, I'm gonna try this again. There we go.